Here we are gathered round the bonfire, eating chili dogs and roasting marshmallows. Me either. You know, this is actually heartwarming. Everyone gathered around the bonfire on a nice autumn evening. Since Halloween's right around the corner. How about we give ourselves a bit of a scare? In that case, who dares go first? That's interesting, but it's nothing compared to a certain alien invasion that occurred 50 years ago. It was rather a peaceful night, where everyone in the farmhouse was in a midnight slumber. That was until a faint sound came from a distance. It was humming like the rapid movement of the ceiling fan. The family dog awoke to the sound and began to bark, awaking the farmer, his wife, and daughter in the process. They all went down the stairs and got out of the house to investigate where the sound came from. The farmer himself told his wife, daughter, and dog to stay near the house as he went through the cornfield until the farmer screamed at the top of his lungs. He ran out of the cornfield to tell his wife to get the authorities involved, but a dark, wrinkly hand came out with only 3 fingers and caught him by the leg. He screamed once again as the hand yanked him back into the cornfield. He continued to scream until he screamed no more. Just then, the same humming sound from before was heard. The farmer's wife and daughter looked up to see a strange flying aircraft. It was a UFO. It soared off in the distance through the late night sky. The next morning, the authorities tried to search for the farmer, but no avail. The only items they found were his straw hat and a strange note that contained a message that said, "Thank you, Mrs. McDonald, for your contribution." To this day, no one knew what the aliens wanted. No one knew how the farmer's wife contributed to the aliens' motivation. No one knows. No one knew what it all meant. One thing was certain, however. The farmer was never seen again. Wow! I don't have any words to describe how intrigued this story was. Shadow, you have proficient storytelling skills. Thank you. I appreciate it. Go right ahead. I think I'm getting goosebumps. I still think my story about the alien invasion was better. Thanks, my treasure hunter. Nice one, Lanolin. Nice one, Lanolin. Anyone else got a good scary story? In fact, I do. Better than that, Lanolin. Better than that, Lanolin. Lanolin. There was a flying monster that was capable of leaving catastrophe in his presence. It would come out of the cave in the volcano. It would come out of the cave in the volcano every night to hunt for food. He ate unsuspecting people for a midnight snack. Whenever it went, a trail of fire would follow it. Every 200 years, the flying monster would crack from the stone, flaming fire, to search for more people to catch and eat. The only way to stop the beast is to throw a large amount of water in its mouth. Throw a large amount of water to its mouth. Whether the water would be from a crate or a container. One such night, the creature bursted from the stone to fire and came to run rampage in a peaceful town called Philaria. A kid named Ron heard about the monster, and upon hearing that one of the victims, his dad, and upon hearing that one of his victims was his dad, and upon hearing that one of the victims was his dad, he sought to try his luck to put a stop to the creature's rampage. When he got to the volcano, the creature appeared. Similarly to a dragon, huge wings and claws, and a lengthy tail and gigantic jaw. It spotted Ron and attempted to eat him. No matter how much the monster tried, Ron dodged his every move. He took out a huge water crate and threw it in the beast's mouth. It screeched in anger and tried to fly out of the volcano, but he couldn't. The water cooled the inside of him and outside. Gone was the fiery skin that turned stone gray. Ron stuffed the monster and put the fire out. For now. So in case you spot him from his volcano, be sure to have a large amount of water to throw in his mouth. Otherwise, you'll be next to become a snack for the fiery beast. If you have a small amount of water, then it's no use! Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lanolin. I appreciate that. Thanks, Lanolin. I appreciate that. By the time Detective Carter arrived with the groceries, he found out that his partner, Detective Knight, had disappeared with a note from the full moon monster, interpreting that Detective Knight was his victim, that Detective Carter himself would be next. You ought to know that monsters are only fiction. I forgot. If I had bones, they would be chilling. Your stories are all impressive, but you all ain't heard nothing yet. There once was a gopher highwayman who was on his way to the highway to cross over the Mr. Hayes River to get to one side of the woodland forest. To get to one side of the woodland forest. To the other. To get from one side of the woodland forest to the other. While on his way home, late one night, he discovered the golden medallion from a tree stump. He would pass every day from a golden. He discovered a golden medallion from a tree stump that he would pass every day. No one knows who the golden medallion belonged to. No one knew who was the original. Oh, where the golden medallion belonged to? No one knows where the golden medallion belonged. No one knew who its original owner was. No one knew who was its original owner. No one went near it for fear of potential danger. Whenever someone got close to the golden medallion, they would be entranced by it for a few seconds, only for them to be spooked and ran away. When they heard the whispery voice say, "Take it, it's all yours." But on this particular night, Gopher Highwayman was pleased to see the beauty of the golden glow when he heard the same whispery voice say, "Take it, it's all yours." It also said, if you take it, all of your dreams will come true. Seeing this as an opportunity for fame and fortune, he took the golden medallion from the tree stump. Little did he know, he made a mondo mistake. On his ride out of the woods, the gopher highwayman wore the golden medallion and his long purple scarf around his neck, and was daydreaming about him living a life of luxury until his scarf got caught on the lower tree branch. He tried to remove the scarf as quickly as he could, but it was too late. He lost his head! So when you go out at night, beware of the galloping sounds, for you may come across the headless gopher! I'm not gonna lie, Sonic. Your story is very spooky. Yeah. Whew. I can feel the chill in my bones. So can I. Is that the golden medallion? Take it. It's all yours. You don't want to lose your head either. I'm impressed with this golden glow. I'm impressed with the golden glow. Hold on a second. Well, what do you know? It's a golden wrapped chocolate coin. Say what? You got me there, Don. Lanolin. Lanolin. I I almost fell for that. Lanolin.